Hello, very good dear subscribers, and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we have the special monthly video reviewing my portfolio starting from €0 with you. Get ready to discover my new December investment. As always, first I would like to analyze a little about the evolution of the YouTube channel and how I see it in a couple of months. As you can see, the evolution during this last month has been like a roller coaster, with large peaks in the number of views and new subscribers, but also with drops for a couple of days. I still consider that the evolution continues to be growing and positive. Wow! This month we have greatly exceeded the goal of reaching 550. It seems that the constant work is beginning to bear fruit. For this month the goal will be to reach 700 subscribers before the beginning of 2024 and be only 300 subscribers short of 1,000. The evolution of the investment made in October has been so good. Texas Instruments has grown almost 10%, however, Comcast has dropped 9%. Despite this, since I started investing, my portfolio has grown by around 3%. Remember that this is a very long-term investment, and that the objective is not to obtain a high return in the short term, so this large drop of Comcast does not worry me too much since I fully trust my estimates of the intrinsic value of Comcast. The bad news is that during this month we have not received dividends, because I looked at the ex-dividend day wrong and bought TXN a day later. Moving on, I currently have 23 stocks from different sectors on my watch list, but for today's video we will only focus on those that are below my estimate of their intrinsic value. Because remember, you always have to buy low and sell high, and not the other way around. As simple as it may seem, most investors lose their money by not following this advice and selling their shares when the price has already fallen and panic and buying them when everyone is talking about them and the price is overbought. Additionally, we will not consider companies in the consumer discretionary, communication services and technology sectors to diversify our portfolio and reduce risk. This month, we will consider the investment in REITs, since the market is already waiting for interest rate cuts for the coming months. So we will go on to analyze in depth companies such as Vici Properties, Sysco, Crown Castle and Canadian Pacific, since they are 4 companies that have an upcoming ex-dividend and some of them will allow us to receive dividends this month again. In order to better evaluate each section that we are analyzing, I have decided to create a Google Sheets table in which we will place the score obtained by each company from 1 to 100, like the previous months. Let's start by checking the dividend safety. All 4 companies show decent results, although Vici's is slightly lower. I believe that its dividend is also healthy. Continuing with the dividend growth of recent years, the panorama changes quite a bit since Vici has had a growth of 6.4%, Texas Instruments is somewhat lower at around 2%, and unfortunately Canadian Pacific, Kansas, and Sysco reached 0% growth this year. Finally, we see how the 4 companies have different dividend yields, both REIT over 5% and CP under 1%. Regarding the evolution of income, profits and free cash flow, the best company is once again Vici. As we can see in the following picture, Vici and Crown Castle are gradually moving away from the other 2 companies in terms of score. The price/earnings ratio is a good indicator to check whether a company is undervalued or overvalued, in addition to our fair value analysis. Only Canadian Pacific Kansas is above the 5-year average price-to-earnings ratio, while the other 3 are close to them, indicating an undervaluation of their respective prices. Impressive, right? Moving on to yield on cost, here Canadian Pacific is the clear winner with over 10% compound annual growth rate over the last 10 years, while the other 3 companies barely managed to reach between 2% and 8%. Finally, we will see the total return that each stock has offered over the last 5 years. With 2 companies, Vici and Canadian Pacific Kansas, have managed to exceed the 60% that marks that 10% annual profitability as you see in the graph. However, Crown Castle and Sysco have achieved a total profitability during the last 5 years of around 30%. Once we have all the values of the scores obtained, What I will do is multiply the average of all the sections by the score obtained in terms of dividend safety in order to more efficiently adjust the results to its security. Well, as you can see, Canadian Pacific Kansas is the one that has obtained the highest score, due to Vici's low safety coefficient. However, as I said before, for me the dividend health of Vici is excellent, and I think that next year it will continue to grow its dividend by more than 8%. In addition, I lost the opportunity last week for CP since it dropped to $70 per share and now is trading at $74 per share. So despite the result, Vici Properties will be our December pick. Then we enter the scalable broker and carry out the operation, looking for the Vici ticker. Remember that I will always try to make a purchase of around €100 so that the commission is less than 1%. So introducing 4 shares we would make an investment of 112.44, so adding the commission of 99 cents, the investment amounts to €113.43. I would like to emphasize that I made the purchase on December 4th. Well, we go on to write down the purchase made in our Google spreadsheet. We place the ticker in the first column, 4 shares and at the price of 113.43 divided by 4, and then we multiply it by the euro/dollar exchange rate to a total of $30.54. We added it in the real estate sector, and as you can see, this investment will allow us to reinvest 0.21 shares annually via dividends. As we are already in the month of December, I will move on to the monthly value sheet, and in the month of December 2023 we will write the €519.86 that our investments are currently worth in the market. This has been all for today, dear investors. A pleasure, as always, to receive your great support. Remember that these videos are not investment recommendations, and it is necessary for each of you to do your own analysis and consult a financial expert if necessary. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and activate the bell so you don't miss any of my interesting videos. Thank you for watching the video, and tell me through the comments what you think my portfolio will look like next month. Until next time,